Hello everyone and welcome aboard. Today is going to be a big episode. Last episode we built this service area up here at the top of the airport to get into catering and cleaning of the airplane and just generally relocated all of the services to up there. And last episode I hinted, more like told, that today we're going to be expanding into large flights. So the cat's out the bag. Today we're expanding into large flights. I might have foreshadowed this with the footage of last week that I deleted. But anyways, today we are expanding into large flights, which will mean that first and foremost, we're going to close this stand. We're going to close this stand. We're going to close quite a few of the stands, actually. And just in preparation of large flights. We'll close this stand as well. And what else is there? Where else is there? I believe we're also gonna delete this service road, unfortunately, and a couple of other things. We're gonna have to delete these boarding gates, these boarding gates, these boarding gates, this seating, and basically remodel kind of the airport a little bit more for these large flights that are going to be coming here. And also we're bumping back the airport. These large flights too are going to be international, so there will be an international way in and out, which is going to be very, very nice. Currently waiting on the 3 bags there. We're waiting on boarding there, which opens in an hour. Okay. Alright, and with that, the entire area here has been demolished. Kind of sad to see it go, as we have spent so much time working on it over the past while. However, the future does look bright, and this stand, for some reason, I can't, demolish it for whatever reason. So I will probably leave, save, and restart the game right now. But first, I just like to do the flooring, and then I'll restart the game, and we'll get into time lapse for the new terminal. So I'll see you then. Hello, and we are in a time lapse again. I mean, it's currently raining outside, so if you can hear rain in the background, that's why. You probably can't, and if you could, I'd probably put on some noise reduction. But anyways, we're back into time lapse, and we're just deleting all the stands, basically, the GA stands, because I realized that I also needed to get rid of those. I don't really, or why do I? No, it's because I try and fit in a third large stand in this episode as well, which, I mean, kind of nice to have more large stands, and sitting a couple of episodes in advance right now. We're actually not that far. I think I'm 1 episode in advance, at this point when I'm recording the commentary. I have episode 9 already recorded, and I would like to say I'm very happy with the way the airport's turning out. It looks really, really nice. Next episode, and in between episodes, I have done not between episode 8, but in between episode 9 and 10, I did something in the middle that I'm very pleased about. I redid actually, I'll talk about this later. I can't spoil my thunder. Here we are sitting and waiting. I don't know. Oh, there we go. We're back again. I don't know why we were sitting and waiting. I'm just not cutting that out because I'm lazy. But anyways, we are now beginning our setup of the large stands, and basically the idea is that, actually, I'm going to explain this later, but I'm going to say it now because I have time to kill. The idea is, once you get off the aircraft, and in a couple of airports I've flown into, I think the best example is Toronto Pearson. When you get off a gate in Terminal 1, you have to go up an escalator to get to the arrivals area, which is what I'm kind of doing here, which is very nice. I like the way it turns out. It just gives more just makes the flow of passengers just a bit more like streamlined and one directional, which is pretty nice. And then here we're just working on the bottom area, just trying to see how it's gonna scope out, and we're just arranging it so that there's one big international zone exit for each gate, which is pretty nice, and it just makes the flow of passengers pretty efficient, especially with the international zones, because you can automate them, and so you can have a whole bunch of them, which just makes it really nice when you have to deal with a large number of passengers. And the area in between gates, they are technically, or the whole thought I had about the area in between gates was that they were going to be or what am I saying? They were going to be airport lounges in there, but I did do I did do one of those this episode, and I did do one of that next episode, spoiler alert. But there's just so many like little rooms that I don't know if I would have enough demand to make all those lounges. But yeah, there you could see I put down an escalator into one of the rooms. Actually, that footage just passed, but I put down an escalator, and that's the way you're supposed to get to the lounge, is that you just go down an escalator right into it. And then here I'm just adding some walkolators and some larger security checkpoints. Yeah, and here you can see I'm building the lounge. Unfortunately, I realized escalators and walls change the zone, so you can't put a room around them, which is why you have to make the room first and then make the walls. Devs, please fix, please help. And here we're just making another washroom. I don't know why I'm explaining everything on screen. So I guess, well, if you're at this point in the video, either one of two things. One, you're liking the video. Two, you're my friend. Or actually, there are more than that. Three, you're asleep and this is autoplaying. Or four, you're actually liking the series and following along. And if that's the case, I'm not saying to subscribe. It would be nice, but basically, thank you very much. It's very nice to have. Hold up, I'm booting up the stats. It says under audience, 6 regular viewers. That is very nice. It's actually kind of nice. I thank you very much if you're one of the 6 regular viewers. Yeah, and here I'm just copy and pasting some seating to try and figure out how this seating area will work. And next episode, the way the seating comes out, I'm very happy with. Actually, I'll talk about that more in the time lapse. Maybe, I don't know. I'll probably record that time lapse like right after this one, but we will see. So, how much more do I have to fill? I have to fill about another 4 minutes. So yes, we are now making a window. So in Airport CEO, I find that windows make very good dividers, because they can route a lot of people. It's like a wall, but just like a see-through wall, and I quite like the way that looks. So I use those a lot to like separate like a seating area from a boarding area. And here we are making a shop, and I decided to make that a sushi shop. And it was very successful and worked very, very well. And next episode, when we do whatever we do, oh wow, that's a lot of do's. Also, I might just be spoiling the episode, but case in point, basically that sushi joint is here to stay in that spot in one way or another. And that is all I'm going to say. Oh yeah, there you go. I'm looking at the contract and I'm like, oh yes, sushi is good. It might have been because I was recording this. When did I record this? I recorded this just before dinner and I wanted sushi. I don't know why, but the occasional, it's kind of nice. But anyways, we're just making the restaurant here. And one thing with restaurants and Airport CEO is they don't actually ask for like tables or like chair seating. They ask for like row seating. and like hedges, which is pretty weird, but okay. And then here we're just adding another baggage bay. And the reason we're adding 3 large stands is a very tactical move, as a baggage bay, yes, baggage bay, can have only up to 3 large stands. And so that was a very tactical move. And next episode, I got even more tactical with my maths and baggage bays and stuff. And yeah, I'm getting way too close to spoiling the episode. And basically here you can see I'm just redoing a bit of the conveyor belt system, just so that everything routes into basically a central system, and that central system goes through the security thingamabobber system thingy and into the baggage bay lineup, and it's all on one line, so that's pretty nice. And here we have another long pause, and we're back. There we go. I mean, I could edit all of these out, but I find it kind of enjoyable just to sit there watching me with regret. And then there I just got rid of the statue because we need more self-checking things. And then I'm just putting the floor under them to a slightly different color, as I do think it is nice to highlight them, especially from the top-down view of Airport CEO. And yeah, now we're paused again. Okay, and you can see there are quite a lot of people, which is nice. I do end that, no, that's spoiler. But yeah, I do end up redoing the security checkpoint area in between episodes 9 and 10. So that is a massive spoiler, but actually I don't get it on camera, so it's not that much of a spoiler because I'll remind you of it in episode 10. And here we're just connecting to baggage bays. And guys, I remember when you could not shift click things in Airport CEO, it was so annoying to assign a baggage drop-off point to a baggage bay. Oh, and the time lapse is done right now. Okay, so bye. Alright everyone, so I have completed the building, so hopefully you've enjoyed the time lapse. Just ordered some vehicles for these stands once we begin making them. We're sitting on $7 million of cash, and I can't think of anything else that would be needed. Obviously, I need to complete this aircraft lounge, but we'll do that on the side. But everything does look good so far, so I guess we will just go ahead and build the entire thing. Alright everyone, so everything's built that I can think of being built, so I guess we'll just go ahead and open up all the stands. And we will get our first big flights in here. I'm actually gonna disable the auto planner here because Maple has, I believe, an A380, and I would like to have our first medium stand flight be an A380. Just one, because of the challenge, and 2, because it's an A380 channel name, and it's a big airplane. So let's just double check which airline has an A380 in it. Yeah, so Maple does have an A380, so we'll go ahead and attempt to get a Maple A380 in. They're giving us a 787. Alrighty, and the A380 is right there. Here we go. The first medium or large flight, we have an A380. It has 400 people and 300 people getting on, so that should be a good challenge. Alright, and there's good clearance, which is really nice to see that I calculated that right. And then it's going to pull in here, and now the service begins. So, I guess I didn't actually explain how this works. Once you deboard the plane, you'll go down here where you can exit the international zone, and then it just filters you into the regular baggage bay. To get in there, you can go through all of our security points now are large ones, so you can go through the large ones here to get to the small flights over here, or the ones upstairs, which the majority of the passengers for the A380 got on. through here to get there. So that's just the way everything works. I added a shop and a staff room here. This staff room here was added in between cuts, just because it was, I was like, oh wait, there's nowhere, for staff to go, so this, solves that problem, so. Okay, so it looks like we're experiencing the same glitch where the ramp agent service round doesn't complete. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna restart the game, but first I'm just gonna let these things build, just to give a connection for the ramp agents if they need it. And with that, I think we're gonna go ahead and end the episode here. It's been a long time-lapse one. I'm gonna turn back on the auto planner. Actually, I'm gonna do that now before I forget. It's been a long one. It's nice to finally have the large flights, and we just turned around an A380 minus the service round glitch when you make a new stand. I don't know really what causes it, but, you know. Anyways, it's been a long episode. It's been a good episode, and so I will see you in the next one. Bye!